Hi everyone, it's Matt from The Pen Habit. I am glad to have you here for this odd little video. So I have been working on a little project for the last several months. I've hinted about it in a couple of different places, but I have been working on my own line of paper products. Paper products is one area that I've always been interested in. I've never wanted to manufacture my own pens necessarily, but I've wanted to get into some paper accessories for fountain pen users. And so I'm very pleased to introduce my very first paper product. This is the Pen Habit Currently Inked Log. This is, my first version is sized specifically for a Midori traveler's notebook, or technically just a traveler's notebook. If this is successful or there's a demand for it, I am certainly going to be looking at doing other sizes as well as other types of notebooks. But this is my very first one, so I wanted to give it a try and see how it goes. Comes in this plastic case. If you are a retailer and you want to hang it from from your store shelves, you are certainly welcome to buy in bulk, and it'll come with this little hanger bag. It's 40 pages of wheat pulp paper, and I wanted to talk just a second about the paper. So when I started putting this product together, I sat down with my printer and I said, the most important thing is that this paper is fountain pen friendly, and I'm sure anyone who has used fountain pens understands what that means. I looked into getting bulk paper from Clairefontaine or Rhodia or even Tomoe River from Japan, and it's doable, but it's very, very expensive, and I wasn't sure I wanted to go that route. I tried 30 or 40 domestic papers here in the US, and nothing worked, including some of his premium top quality stuff. When we were talking, one of the things I mentioned is some people say that sugarcane paper is pretty fountain pen friendly. And he stopped, looked at me for a second and said, just a minute, I'll be right back. And he ran to the back room and came out with these 3 sheets of paper. And he said, I have a client who asks that I keep this in stock. He said, I buy it by the pallet load. It is wheat straw paper. So it is made of 80% wheat farming byproducts. So, you know, once they harvest the grain, they cut down the straw and then it gets turned into this paper. And I'm thinking, environmentally friendly paper sometimes doesn't get along too well with fountain pens. Y'all, I could not get this paper to bleed or feather, and it's thin. I had never tried this paper before. I'd never seen it before. It's wonderful paper. I was thrilled when he found it. It's affordable, so it makes doing booklets like this possible. And I could not be more thrilled with this paper. It is my plan to make several other products from this same paper specifically for fountain pen users, so I'm very excited to show it to you. So the book has a cardstock cover. It's got the printing on the cover, and then inside I've got 38 pages of these little modules here, which is, you know, the pen, the ink you used, the day you inked it up, the day you cleaned it, and a swatch of the ink. And I can show you what that looks like in my Midori here. So my Midori's been a little beat up, but I've had about it a year now. So I've been using this on my own collection, and you can see it behaves really well. No feathering, no bleed through, very little show through even, and it's really performs quite well. And this Pelikan M1000 is a wet pen with a cursive italic nib on it. Puts out a lot of ink. Maybe just a tiny little bit of show through there, but that's about it on all of these that I've done. Likewise with the this Bexley here with the really broad nib. At the very back of the booklet is this purchase log. So if you want to keep track of your pen purchases, here's a really great place to do it. Now, as I mentioned, this is Midori sized. It will fit exactly in your Midori Traveler's Notebook. If you don't have one, you can still use it, and like I said, there will be other versions available. Also available, and I'm trying this as an experiment to see how it goes, a downloadable PDF of this booklet that you can use to print your own on the paper of your choosing. So if you want to do a book on Tomoe River, you can. If you want to use Clairefontaine Triomphe, you can. In fact, my initial prototypes of this were on Triomphe, but I couldn't figure out a reasonably affordable way to get enough paper to do the number of these I've done. So these are currently available for sale on penhabit.com. If you go to penhabit.com, on the right-hand side up near the top, there's going to be a link to the Penhabit web store. This is a very new offering on the site. It includes both the downloadable file of the currently inked log and the paper versions, pre-printed paper versions of these. The downloadable file is only $3. The paper version is $8. Shipping is not included in that price, so it will go up a little bit more if you're overseas. So this may not be affordable for some folks, but shipping becomes more affordable if you get a whole bunch of them. So if anyone overseas wants to look at doing a group buy, I'm certainly happy to entertain something like that for you guys. Also, on the site, I've got all of my old review pens that I have that don't really have a place in my collection, or pens that I used to really like, but I'm trying to clear out some space or generate some money to buy stuff for future seasons. So if you are looking for used pens to buy, head over to that web store and you can take a look at what I've got there. So once again, my very first product. I'm very excited to roll it out. I'd love to hear what you guys think, suggestions of what you'd like for other notebooks. Some things I've got in mind are a letter log or an ink swatch log, blank books in different sizes, just lined or dot grid or graph or that sort of thing. So there's lots of options available, but this paper is fantastic. I think you'll really enjoy it, and if there's enough demand for these, I'm sure that there will be other things coming soon. So head over to penhabit.com, take a look. Thank you so much for giving me your time on this little infomercial, and we will see you here soon for a new review on penhabit.com. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.